The guanyin Siddha Dharma door rescued my child from depression. I am Zhang, a Buddhist practitioner from North America. Today, with immense gratitude, I wish to share with the greatly merciful and greatly compassionate Guanyin Bodhisattva, all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Master Lu, all the Dharma protectors, and fellow practitioners, the miraculous events that have occurred in my child's life over the past 3 years after I practiced the Guanyin Siddha Dharma door. In January 2015, with the assistance of the local Buddhist practice group leader, we established a Buddhist altar in our home. My husband and I began practicing the Guanyin Siddha Dharma door. In the preceding decade, my child suffered from eczema, with lesions primarily affecting the joints of the limbs and ankles. Symptoms would temporarily alleviate with medication only to recur later. Due to the skin condition on her legs and feet, my child refrained from wearing skirts for many years. After practicing the Guanyin Siddha Dharma door for 1.5 months and offering 200 little houses for her karmic creditors, the cracking and swelling on her legs and feet disappeared and her skin became smooth with a slight tinge of red. The efficacy of the Guanyin Siddha Dharma door was truly miraculous. Its effects were incredibly rapid. We were overjoyed. The complete healing of the skin condition solidified our faith in this Dharma door, believing that the 3 golden Buddhist practices will resolve all our family's troubles and problems. The second illness my child faced was depression. During her high school years, she found it extremely difficult to get out of bed every morning. She described feeling as if a mountain were weighing down on her. Initially, we attributed this to the heavy workload and stress of high school courses. Throughout high school, she completed a total of 13 college preparatory courses, often staying up until around 1 a.m. to finish homework, then waking up at 6 a.m. for school band rehearsals. As she progressed into college, her depressive symptoms became more pronounced. She became withdrawn, spoke less, showed little interest in personal grooming, and experienced extreme fatigue both physically and mentally. Eventually, she developed a tendency to oversleep, requiring greater than 30 hours of sleep on weekends, indicative of hypersomnia. Unfortunately, we, being negligent, failed to recognize these symptoms as signs of a potentially incurable illness according to current medical standards. It wasn't until the summer of 2010 when she attended a bioinformatics summer program at a state university organized by a U.S. institution, that she exhibited extreme lethargy and reluctance to attend classes. Concerned, she visited a doctor who diagnosed her with depression. Reflecting back on her symptoms over the past few years, fatigue, oversleeping, social withdrawal, constipation, and despondency, we finally realized that she had been struggling with depression for many years. Her constipation led her to avoid staple grains, opting instead for a diet heavy in vegetables and fruits. Extended periods of raw carrot consumption had left her complexion pale, and she was constantly melancholic, unable to muster enthusiasm for anything. How could she complete her college education under such circumstances? What kind of future awaited her? Would she even survive? Our family was engulfed in endless worry. Since being diagnosed with depression, she embarked on a long journey of medication. While the medication provided temporary relief from her mental distress, it did not address the underlying issue, treating the symptoms rather than the root cause. What worried us most was the fear of her reaching a breaking point. According to reports, individuals with depression are about 30 times more likely to commit suicide than the general population. Therefore, when we heard about accidents happening at her school, our hearts trembled with fear and anxiety. We mourned for the students who had taken their own lives and worried deeply for our own child. Our daughter was studying far away, enduring the torment of illness while striving to complete her college coursework, fighting the disease alone. Every day felt like walking on the edge of a cliff. We desperately wished to help her. I turned to the internet to learn about depression, attempting to share cheerful stories during our phone calls. In those days, our only wish was for our child to stay alive. Our family felt as though we were living in a hell on earth. When we were fortunate enough to encounter the Guanyin Siddha Dharma door, it was like a refreshing rain after a long drought. Our previous feelings of helplessness and despair instantly transformed into a powerful motivation for reciting Buddhist scriptures. I recited for greater than 10 hours every day. From February 1, 2015, to March 15, 2018, over the course of 3 years, my husband and I collectively offered greater than 2,600 little houses for our child's karmic creditors. We didn't keep count of the fish released, and greater than 20 vows have been fulfilled. At the end of March 2018, our child called from out of state to tell us that she had been completely off antidepressants for 2 weeks without any discomfort. After enduring years of suffering, gratitude overwhelmed me, and tears flowed down my face. It was Guanyin Bodhisattva and Master Lu who saved us. It was the Guanyin Siddha Dharma door that saved our entire family. The compassionate light of the Bodhisattva and Master Lu will forever accompany us. In May 2016, our child graduated from graduate school but struggled to find employment afterward. My husband made a vow in front of the Buddhist altar to the compassionate Guanyin Bodhisattva. As your disciple, I, his name, will transfer all merits and virtues earned from volunteering at the Singapore Dharma Conference to my daughter, her name, so that she may find an ideal job. May she be blessed with the ability to apply her knowledge, become self-reliant, and grow into a valuable member of society. Meanwhile, I diligently recited little houses for her karmic creditors, helping to alleviate her karmic obstacles. Just 5 days after my husband returned home from the Dharma conference on February 22, 2017, our child received a job offer aligned with her professional aspirations. Before practicing the Guanyin Siddha Dharma door, we would anxiously await our child's phone calls every day just to ensure she was still alive. Yet, each time we spoke, the first words from her were always tired. Now, she, full of vitality, shares with us only joyful news. Last month, she independently completed a project, saving the company $1.5 million, for which she received special commendation from her employer. To date, 6 years have passed, and she has never fallen into depression again. In the years of following Master Lu to practice the Guanyin Siddha Dharma door, we have come to understand that suffering from depression is karmic in nature. The root cause lies in the accumulated negative karma from past and present lives, including ancestral karma. My husband's grandfather frequently hunted, resulting in his premature death and causing mental illness in my husband's eldest uncle. My husband was born and raised in the countryside, where his parents raised various animals, such as sheep, pigs, rabbits, chickens, ducks, and geese, thus accumulating a significant amount of negative karma from killing. These killing karma led to my husband's younger brother suffering from mental illness for many years, which has not been healed to this day. During our child's primary and middle school years, my husband, while engaged in medical research, killed many laboratory animals. The collective karma of the family, combined with my husband's individual karma, manifested as depression in our child. Now, both my husband and I have made vows. From now on, we will refrain from killing and consuming meat. After practicing the Guanyin Siddha Dharma door greater than 3 years, both my husband and I have witnessed our child's physical health restored, her finding a satisfying job, and her career flourishing. This once again proves that even without Master Lu's reading of my daughter's totem, as long as we faithfully follow his teachings and apply the 3 golden Buddhist practices accordingly, our aspirations can still come to fruition. If there is anything that is not rational or in line with the truth in the presentation, I pray for forgiveness from the greatly merciful and greatly compassionate Guanyin Bodhisattva, all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and Dharma protectors. Gratitude to the greatly merciful and greatly compassionate Guanyin Bodhisattva. Gratitude to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas from 10 directions and 3 periods of time. Gratitude to the Dharma protectors. Gratitude to the greatly merciful and greatly compassionate Master Lu. Buddhist practitioner, Zhang, gratitude and namaste.